I am back on the trails after, I guess, about a 2-week break. But today I'm actually gonna do the Reconnaissance of the Bali Trek trail race, which is gonna happen on the 20th of June. And it is important for me to do some reconnaissance, actually as a first timer, to get used to the terrain. And when you're mentally prepared for the race of what it's going to look like, because there's no flat roads or clear signage will tell you where to go, so it is important to get some familiarization. So that's number one. Number two is actually 12 midday, and one of the reasons why I didn't choose to come this time because it's probably the hottest time of the day, but somehow when you sort of just go with the flow, the time is now midday and it's clear skies. I'm gonna just take a stop there. So that is the mountain behind me. So it's a good way to get acclimatized to the weather. And what I've realized is that when you do mountain runs, you have to slow down and pause and also build your situational awareness, because knowing when to go and noticing how your body's feeling. So for example, you know when you need to drink, don't want to wait till it's too late, and know when to top up on your sugar levels. So those things are very important, and that's what I love about mountain trail runs, because you are training all of your senses and improving your skills on how to adapt to the environment in order to get to the top or to complete the objective. So yeah, and yeah, it's just building that resilience and adding that bit of flavour to the normal fitness routine, I guess. Right, so this must be the gate that leads to the temple here called Shan. It's Turtle Horse Mountain Temple. So on the day of the race, this gate will be open and the start of the race will come up here and continue up along the road. So this is where I'm going to be starting my reconnaissance. So yeah, the heat. Alright, so this is where I'm going to be starting my reconnaissance. I'm actually quite nervous because I just don't know how I'm going to cope in the heat and to last a distance or to find my way, and there's like limited water stops as well. There's actually no water top up, so I've got 1.5 litres in my bag and I just have to strategically drink it. But for me, I realised that it is important that as soon as I notice there's a bit of nervousness inside me, to slow down and to breathe, because if I allow that to take over, what's going to happen is that the nervous system will need to drink more water and to use more fuel, and it's going to send the body into shock, and that's how incidents happen. So I have to remember to calm down and not to let the nervousness take over my system. Right, here we are. The first scenery point of the recce route, and it's really beautiful, So seeing the scenery like this, it does make the race or the preparation a lot better mentally. But yeah, let's carry on. So it's here, but where is the next way out? Nothing up there. And the map, it's saying down this way. And you have to really use your intuition and map reading skills. And that is meant to be the path. Hey, who would ever thought? Well, sometimes you don't know how the path is going to be. And when I look at this, there's like branches growing all over the floor, and it's really easy to trip up here. So you have to be really careful with these paths. And that's what I mean about mountain trail run. It really trains your ability to think outside the box and to slow down and to calm down. And it's, yeah, it's fascinating. You learn so much from it. So yeah, let's carry on. Right, so I found my way out, and you know, I just took a sharp turn, and the terrain can change very suddenly. And that's what I mean about with these trails, is you can't just think you're gonna get a same pace. It just doesn't work like that, and you use different muscle groups. And as I go up this hill, I use my glutes, my bottom, and then, you know, have to push down with the ball of my feet like I'm climbing up some set of stairs. So yeah, stair climbing, whenever you get a chance, really useful. This is the freedom of running trails, because you don't know where you're gonna end up seeing, and coming across terrain like this and using the whole body and, you know, different stances for balance. It's pretty remarkable. And then you've got some steps as well as part of the terrain. Well, you get to run at a trail with a view like this. And there's a bit of a steep drop, so you do have to be very careful here. I've got to slow down and just tiptoe my steps, but as you can see, they've got some safety ropes here, you know. Very practical, and at least you know you're going the right way when you've got ropes around you. So yeah, step at a time. So I'm just stopping here just to show that to get over this path I have to use not only my legs, but my arms, my legs, my core, as well as the innate skills of balance and coordination. And these paths aren't just clear paths with steps where you know where you're going, where you're going to finish, and when you're going to come back. But what it does do, it really humbles me about being in the mountains and exploring, because it's retraining all the skills I don't get to use in daily life, you know, the modern day, the way we just sit in front of the computer. So for me, mountain running really brings me back to who I am as a human being, and retrain the skills I don't get to use so that I don't forget them. This is probably the toughest part of the section. I mean, you have to actually climb the ropes up. It's not even you can just run up. You have to use your leg power with each step. And I have to kind of really get my hip into action to climb up these steps. Wow. Now, as I emerge from the tough uphill climb that seems to just go on forever, the path of forever pain, this is the reward of another view. Wow, here are some peace lilies just by the pathway of the mountain trail. You know, back in my old job, I bought a peace lily for the office, and it was really hard work looking after it. You know, and it was really hard to grow it as well. But they're just so happy here in the wild. So pretty. Wow, here's the halfway point. What a view. It's all worth the pain of the steps. Just got another 6 kilometers to go. Well, I've done about 10 already because of all the starting inclines and everything else, but whew, step by step. Wow. Just listen to that sound. Listening to that. the orchestra of different sounds. It is truly incredible. This experience you're not going to get running on the road outside, on the streets. Only by getting over the initial barrier of the fear of the unknown can you experience these beautiful, special moments. Yeah. The funny thing is that I just came down here and the map said I have to go back up again. My legs are like dead jelly and I've got another 5k to go. Well, I hope this route is wrong because on race day I don't think I can do this again, but hey. Well, I just came down from the distance between the 7 and 8 kilometer climb. It doesn't show the route very well on the map because I don't think there's much GPS signal through there, but don't underestimate the downhill because it was very slippery and I couldn't even run down because I have to be careful how I place my stepping and it's very easy to trip over. So yeah, the last sort of the 7 to 8 kilometer mark, the downhill definitely needs careful attention. So just came back down on the trails, back on the road, look at the scenery one last time before well, you think that was it, you know, coming downhill all the way home, but guess I was wrong because I've got to run up this and I still got another 1.5 kilometers to go. Also, it says on the map. But you know what? This is where I have to listen to myself and not let my ego take over and just say, do you know what? Walk if I have to. Because we think about mountain running that because you're not running on flat, you can't predict how fast or how to pace yourself. All the traditional pacing theory goes out the window. And that's what I love about it, because this is where you have to really use the creativity and your ability to adapt in order to finish. So yeah, well, I'm gonna do another few steps. So I'll probably run for count of 100, stop for 100. And that's another way to kind of pace it out, I guess. Another thing I've decided to do on this path, and actually it's not something that's new, but it's always key to run in the shade. And whenever I notice that in a wide open road like this, if there is a shade, try to run alongside of it. Luckily with these mountains there's lots of trees this time of the year, so it's really easy to keep nice and cool. Yeah. So I made it back. 2 hours 53 and 49 minutes. I think it isn't too bad considering a lot of stop starts and trying to figure out where I'm going, and you know, first incline. So I'm just glad that I came back and I'm safe and I'm in one piece, and that fact that hopefully I'll be more mentally ready for the race, and yeah, all good. I'm just treating myself to a nice taro and red dragon fruit, really lovely. So yeah, I think after coming back from the mountains, there's definitely some thoughts that came to mind for me. Although, you know, the scenery looks great and looks very exciting, but there's one thing about the mountains that is definitely not a joke, and preparation is key, especially in the hot weather when dehydration can occur, low blood sugar and disorientation, as well as you know, the dangerous of slipping and tripping over.
So definitely for those who are looking to get into mountain running or any mountain activities, need to keep those in mind. So safety is paramount. Safety, preparation, and knowing where you are and how your body responds. So